Sports Card Strategy Show brought to you, as always, by MarketMoversApp.com by Sports Card Investor. Murph and I want you to go there, and we want you to sign up, and we want you to use the promo code NOOFFSEASON, all lowercase, because it's going to save you 20% on the best place to track the data of your entire collection and learn who to buy low and when to sell them high. You get the historical graphs and charts so you can anticipate, like my man Murph does, what is the potential higher sale price of this card based on its historical data, if this player pans out or if this particular grade pans out.
So I'm excited about it. It's fun. I went to a card shop last week. Never thought that I'd do that again, but I went, and it was a really good time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so are you going to go ahead and have you sent anything into SGC to get graded yet? Where are you at with that?
I have an F grade on that. I have all the materials. I just haven't had the time to do it. So, and that's the thing about the 40-something or the 30-something or even the 50-something who's trying to find the time. And we want to keep it easy. We want to do a few things, but we also want to have fun and make some money along the way.
And you're in a good spot. These are cards from your childhood. You've invested a few dollars in some penny savers and or some penny sleeves and some card savers. And
some semi-rigid card sleeves. I mean, all these things I never even thought I would say, but I'm asking people at the shop, do you got any semi-rigid? Oh, yeah, we got them right over there. I'm like, perfect. I know the lingo. And that's exciting. That's exciting for me. I also just asked some things that interest me. What are your boxes of mid-'80s Fleer worth and stuff like that? That was kind of fun to find out what those prices were. And they're not cheap.
What did you? What were kind of some of the surprises from the card shop experience?
First of all, it was crazy packed in there. They had just got done with an auction, which I think is really interesting. So I may go one day and just see what the heck, take a few dollars and just see what happens. So there was just an auction that was leaving. It was pretty, like I said, it was pretty packed in there. I was surprised. Here's the one thing that surprised me. Oh, go ahead, Paul.
Sorry to interrupt you, but they were doing a live auction for a card?
They were doing live. They do it every Saturday, apparently. They just do a live auction, and there's, 15, 20 people in there. And they were doing just various different things that they had, and they announced apparently on their website, this is what we're going to auction off this week. And whoever wants to bid on them, bid on them. So that was just ending. It was probably 10 minutes left. So there was a lot of just, residual people still in there just talking to the owners and stuff. So I think if I go back again, I'd probably go kind of midweek, if I can find a little bit of time out of work and just go for 30 minutes, because it's not that far away. I can just go and talk to them without having, 20 people there. So, because it was loud. It's not a big building. It's not a big space. But people were excited about cards. And what I was saying is, you want to know the thing that really surprised me? Of their displayed cards out there, very, very few of them have been graded. Very few. So I was interested in that. I thought that would be an interesting topic of discussion at maybe today or at some point. But I expected to see nothing but PSA red and white labels and all of this there. I didn't see many. There were a few, but there weren't many. So I was kind of wondering, I was going to ask them at some point, it wasn't the right environment, but I was going to ask them why that was. I'm just getting back into the hobby. I'm just trying to understand it, dipping my toe into the pool. And I expected to see just nothing but that.
Yeah.
So it was interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Now you're in Phoenix. So were there a lot of local Arizona players being displayed, or was it pretty much all the popular players?
It was all, yeah. It was all popular. I would say the vast majority of what was displayed was more modern stuff, probably anything 2016 to present day. There were a fair amount of quote unquote vintage cards because, I'm vintage at this point. But there weren't as many as what I would have thought. And maybe I was kind of wondering on the strategy of that. Is that to try to drive in the younger, the younger buyer, the younger collector? because I wasn't looking at 1968s and 1990. I didn't know. I mean, I knew those players, but the players I knew were hundreds of dollars to buy those cards. So I was just really interested in what was there. There was a market for me there. There was a market for younger kids as well, which I thought was really cool.
Well, I love that you went and supported your local card shop. You'll see the initials LCS online a lot in Facebook groups and social media and stuff. And so local card shop is a great thing to support. I'm glad you went and got your semi.
And I'll throw out the name. It's Hot Corner Sports Cards in Mesa, Arizona. So I just drove down to the Hot Corner. I'll probably go to the Hot Corner one of these other days. But yeah, it was good. I didn't support them very much. I literally bought $8 worth of things. But who knows? Maybe they want a wheel and deal for that 1984 box of Topps football cards that was $5,700. If I brought in 30 $100 bills, would they think about it? I don't know. Maybe.